shimmy, y'all should already know. I've been around long as Scarface, so shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, she, yeah. Let me grab the microphone and I'ma take it away. Every time I spit, I blow 1 or 2 speakers. Top model diva, but my name not Eva. Yeah, I bring fever, rocking classic Adidas. I'm straight off the heater, ripping needles off the meter. Here I go, flip my flow. Back it up, then I drop it low. It's a must, cause I'm dangerous. I be a hustle on the bus to call me. I talk, did a stutter. 2005 MCs in trouble. The rough cover, hide under your covers, cause you gon' need more protection than them.
Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup live here in Houston. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. You look at Phoenix. They've got to be hoping that the road will be a little kinder to them than the winless homestand they just concluded.
This is the second game of a home and away. The last time they lost on their home court. Now they're playing this team on the road. So they're looking for a little payback here, a little revenge in this next meeting.
And it will definitely allow them to save some face if they can pull this one out. They've already put themselves behind the 8 ball with that home loss.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Bledsoe is joined in the backcourt by Dragic. Inside, it's Morris and Plumlee. And it's Green and it's the Ariza. Ariza with the bucket.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Patrick Beverly is absolutely a hound dog defensively. He's got so much bull in him and how he goes about defending people at that guard spot. He's not a big playmaker or scorer. He's basically a three-point shooter and a defensive specialist.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
It's Harden with the drive. Passes it to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Bledsoe. Really shaking. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Oh, that's blocked. And that one's good. Beverly's got his first bucket in this one.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
No good from Dragic.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on the wide open look. Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it. The Rockets, of course, at the forefront or vanguard as far as advanced analytics go. Some in the NBA have scoffed, but hey, they're doing something right.
Beverly dishes to Harden. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Harden's got his first 3 points of the game. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. There's a good screen. Off the pick. That's good. 6 points for Eric Bledsoe. And as you guys know, the Rockets at the forefront technology-wise, too. You see coaches with electronic tablets.
Well, they installed flat-screen monitors in the locker room, highlighting stats and videos for players. So, they're trying to close the loop and create that line of communication between the numbers crunchers and the players themselves.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Terrence Jones is checked in for Dorsey. Smith comes in for Motiejunas. Corey Brewer is checked in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Brewer. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That's on Goran Dragic. Houston shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Well, it wasn't too long ago that the Suns were selling first-round picks. Now the complete opposite. This team stacking up draft picks as they look to go young and rebuild this club.
They set the pick. Here's Thomas. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here. And the push for new talent in Phoenix really seen from top to bottom. New GM, first-time head coach, and Jeff Hornacek.
Yeah, they did an outstanding job. They're pushing to create a very positive culture. They're really giving everybody an opportunity to show what they can do. Thus far, the results are very impressive.
Now, here's Brewer. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
The Suns training staff renowned around the league for their ability to keep players healthy. They're at the forefront, biomechanics and all that new school stuff. The results have been terrific. It's called preventative maintenance.
And he nails the third. And when you ask people in the Suns organization about the training staff, Steve, they say they really hold players accountable. And that's the key in many people's minds.
Well, I was there with them, Kevin, as general manager for several years, and that staff is as good as any. And there's no doubt. I mean, if there's no commitment from the players to their conditioning and their training, it doesn't matter how good the training staff is, it's not going to work.
Now, here's Thomas, following the miss by Jason Terry. That's good. Thomas got 5.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
It's deflected. It's stolen by Ariza. To the inside. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Here's Terry. And the release was... And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Inside, it's Morris and Plumlee. Isaiah Thomas out there with Gerald Green. And it's Warren in the small forward position. The Suns have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Well, the Rockets, would you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. This is a team that's held the winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, as we know, Dwight Howard used to covet the big market. His friend Josh Smith had said he's addicted to being global. And Howard even admitted people were in my ear about being in a bigger place and bringing more dollars in. Nowadays, it's not about where you play. Unfortunately, I had to learn that lesson in front of the whole world. Kevin?
His image took a hit, Doris, but he's learned from it, obviously. Thanks. In the corner, Smith with it. Smith missing again. Suns leading by 9. The drive by Green. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Guys. Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
about time somebody scored. This is ugly.
Yeah, grit and grind ugly. That's how I would describe it. Every bucket counts double in a game like this one, or at least it should count double.
Here's Motiejunas. They get it back.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
For Houston, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
Well, they've been a relatively poor free throw shooting team, about 72% as a unit.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
The Suns making a change here. Morris is checked in.
Can you believe that dunk? I mean, that was first class right there.
I'm not sure I can believe that.
I don't know how he was able to execute the reverse in such tight quarters. Incredible.
Pull up Jay. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, you want to talk about a team that just couldn't get into a rhythm offensively. That was a really ugly game for them.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder about the game plan, but really, it was more about a lack of execution than anything else.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
Well, you look at Patrick Beverly, and I think he embodies the phrase Chicago tough. He's relatively unknown growing up and hooping in the playgrounds of West Chicago. He's always played the game with an edge, though, and that served him well as an NBA player.
And it's Green missing.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
Now, he's one of the best in the league when it comes to executing that lead pass.
And let's bring up a list of some of the NBA's hottest players. Among shooting guards, these are the leading scorers over the course of the last month. James Harden, number 1.
Possibly the single most dangerous player in the NBA right there. A machine at the offensive end. So hard for any defense to deal with.
And Steve, what makes him special is his ability to score from anywhere and everywhere on the court, inside, outside. You have to keep tabs on him at all times, and even then, he can hurt you.
Beverly learned pressure defense back in high school as the lead guard in 1-2-2 press. To prepare his team to play that, his coach had them running stairs, running around the school nonstop for an hour every day. And Beverly still fanatical about his condition.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
Let's see how the Suns have performed over the last few weeks. 7th in steals, 11th in blocks. And they're in the top half of the league in shooting from deep as well. This is a strong suit for this team, knocking down those shots from behind the arc.
What they try to do, Clark, is pressure the ball. I mean, you talked about the steals per game, and that's the key number of all those stats. They pressure the ball, they really create havoc for the offense. And when they take you out of the flow of your offense, it really makes the ball stop, and the game becomes very difficult. Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Dragic comes in for Gerald Green. No good from Dragic.
It's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss it.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Saved a likely dunk there.
Yeah, very smart foul under the circumstances. You can't allow him to just throw it down on him.
Goran Dragic, the 45th pick out of Slovenia in 2008, Clark, drafted by the Suns, and this is his second stint with Phoenix.
Yeah, you know, in his first 2.5 seasons with the Suns, he was learning under the mentorship of Steve Nash. That's a pretty good guy to learn from. And Dragic gives Nash a lot of credit for helping him learn how to succeed at the NBA level.
Thomas with the ball. Guarded now by